Sam's Club quietly pulls over 4,000 products from its shelves every single year. 4,000. And the vast majority of shoppers walk right past the clearance without ever knowing what they're missing, or more importantly. But here's the thing. Right now, in May 2026, Sam's Club is in the middle of one of the biggest discontinuation cycles of the entire year. And I've been inside the store, I've been walking these aisles, and I found 30 items, 30 that are either on deep discount, being cleared for a brand new version, or being pulled from shelves for reasons that will genuinely surprise you. Some of these are steals. I'm talking 45, 70, even 75% off name brand products that are being replaced simply because the box got a facelift. But a few of them, and I want to be very clear about this, a few of them are being discounted because they have real problems, and you need to know the difference before you spend a single dollar. And here's something that changed the way I shop Sam's Club permanently. At the end of every Sam's Club price tag, there's a number, and that number is a code. It tells you exactly how close to the bottom price you are. By the end of this video, you're going to know every single code. And that knowledge alone is worth more than any one deal on this list. I'll also tell you about the one item on this list that has something extraordinary attached to it, something that basically made Sam's Club legally motivated to pull it off the shelves. I'll get to that. If you want the June list the moment it drops, I'm back in these stores every single month. Hit subscribe right now and tap that bell. Okay, let's go. 30 items. Let's get into it. Before we hit the first item, let me give you the context that makes everything else make sense. Sam's Club discontinues products for 5 main reasons. 1. The product is being replaced by a newer, more expensive version, and they need shelf space. 2. The packaging is being redesigned, and they have to clear the old boxes. 3. The product simply didn't sell. Sam's Club has ruthless analytics, and if something doesn't hit its velocity target, it gets cut. 4. Supply chain issues force a temporary or permanent removal. And 5. The rarest one, there's a legal or regulatory situation pushing the product out. We've got examples of all 5 on this list today. Keep that framework in your head. It's going to help you decide whether each one is a buy or a skip. Item 1. Bissell Little Green Premier Pet. $49.99. Item 1. And I want to start here because this is the cleanest deal on the floor right now. This is the Bissell Little Green Premier Pet. If you have a pet, a dog, a cat, anything that sheds, this machine is built specifically for you. And right now it is 45% off. We're talking about a product that was $89.98 and has been marked down to $49.99. Here's why it's going away. Bissell is launching a premium model, a higher-end version with more suction, more attachments, a higher price tag in the $150 range. They need to sell every single unit of this one before the new model can take its place on the shelf. So they slashed the price to move inventory. Now here's what most people don't know about this situation. The new model that's replacing this one, its core suction specs are largely identical for everyday pet messes. The upgrade is mostly in the form factor and the premium branding. You are not losing meaningful performance by buying this version at 45% off. Our producer has one of these. It works really well for pet hair on furniture, stairs, car seats, exactly what it's designed for. The reviews are excellent. The inventory at my location was almost gone. This will not last. And remember, check for a small C in the bottom left corner of the price tag. That C means clearance. Cancelled. Call it what you want. When you see that C, the clock is ticking. That's item 1. Here's item 2, and this one has a very different story. This one's being pulled because of real problems, and I need to warn you. Item 2. Cuisinart Home Barista 2-in-1 Coffee Maker. 109. Item 2. The Cuisinart Home Barista 2-in-1 Coffee Maker. This thing is on a massive discount. We spotted this at Target and Kohl's for $229. Sam's has it for $109. That sounds incredible. But here's why Sam's Club wants this gone so badly that they're selling it for more than $100 below retail competitors. Multiple reviewers report the carafe drips constantly. You pour a cup and coffee keeps coming out the spout. Annoying on its own. But the alarm system on this thing is somehow worse. The buttons trigger alarms you cannot turn off. There's no override. You just live with it. And the single-serve pod side, the K-cup style functionality, fails regularly according to a significant number of reviews. What most people don't realize is that Sam's Club actually has an internal return rate. When a product crosses that threshold, when too many people are bringing it back, Sam's pulls it from permanent inventory. That's what happened here. This isn't a clearance deal where something great is cheap. This is a clearance deal where the price is trying to compensate for known flaws. My advice? Skip it. Unless you are buying it for parts, as a backup, or you've read every review and you're making peace with the drip. Next item is the complete opposite situation, a perfectly good product that's being cleared for the most ridiculous reason possible. Items 3 and 4. Packaging change clearances. Bobo's PB&J bars and Reynolds Wrap. Items 3 and 4 are both victims of the same absurd thing. The company decided they wanted different colored boxes. That's it. And they are clearing the old inventory at significant discounts. Bobo's PB&J bars, the grape and strawberry, are clearing at $9.91. When you see a price ending in 91 at Sam's Club, that is the floor. That is the absolute lowest Sam's Club will price something. It literally cannot drop further. So if you like Bobo's bars, buy them right now. Don't wait. And the comparison is stark. I checked Walmart, where the new Bobo's packaging is already for sale, and the per ounce price is double. You are getting the exact same product for half the price because of a box refresh. That's 26.3 cents per ounce at Sam's versus over 50 cents at Walmart. If you're a granola bar household, this is as good as it gets. Reynolds Wrap is a slightly different version of the same story. The heavy-duty and standard everyday rolls are both being cleared, priced at $20.48. Now see that 48 ending? That's another Sam's Club code. When you see a price ending in .48, that means the manufacturer, not Sam's Club, but Reynolds itself. Reynolds is paying to get this off the shelves ahead of a new product launch and grilling season restock. The specific new Reynolds product, claimed in reference, a heart-shaped Mother's Day wrap, has not been confirmed in Reynolds press materials at time of writing. But here's the thing I want you to do before you buy the Reynolds. Walk over to the Members Mark foil. The regular price on Members Mark heavy-duty aluminum foil is 5.2 cents per square foot. The discounted Reynolds with a manufacturer's rebate? Still 8.5 cents per square foot. The Sam's Club House brand beats the sale price of the national brand. Always check Members Mark first. Item 5. Members Mark Chicken Broth. The Healthy U Grade Swap. $7.98. Item 5 is something that flew completely under the radar, and I want to make sure you catch this. Sam's Club has been systematically overhauling the Members Mark brand, removing 40 unhealthy ingredients across their product line, a process they completed by the end of 2025. And right now in the broth aisle, you can see both the old formula and the new formula sitting side by side on the shelf, both at $7.98. No discount on the old one. They look almost identical from the front. The only way to tell the difference is to flip them over. The new formula, chicken broth, sea salt, less than 2% of a short list of additional ingredients. Clean. Simple. The old formula, significantly longer ingredient list, more additives. Same price, meaningfully different formulation. People are still grabbing both because they can't tell them apart at a glance. Now you can. Get the new one. Always get the new one when the price is identical. Item 6. Nature Valley Crispy Creamy Wafer Bars. The Dead Item Deal. $9.68. Item 6 is what I call a dead item deal. This is the Nature Valley Crispy Creamy Wafer Bars in peanut butter chocolate. And the reason I call it a dead item deal is that when I was in this store a month ago, there was a specific number of these on the shelf. I came back this week. Same number. Literally nobody is buying these. Now here's the code that explained everything. Last time I was here, the price tag had an O in the corner. At Sam's Club, that O means one-time purchase. They bought a single pallet to test demand. If you like it, they'll order more. If you don't, they won't. Well, you didn't like it. Because that O has now become a C? Cancelled. Discontinued. They will not reorder this item. The price is $9.68, and that .68 means there may still be room to drop. If you like peanut butter chocolate wafers and you want a bulk snack at a low price, grab them now before they're gone. If you're indifferent, skip it. Sam's isn't going to chase you on this one. Item 7. Genius Gourmet Sparkling Protein Water. Launched and bombed. $18.91. Item 7 is one of the most fascinating product failures I've seen at Sam's Club this year. The Genius Gourmet Sparkling Protein Water launched in 2026. It is already being discontinued. The exact launch date and cancellation timeline are approximate based on in-store observations. I've almost never seen a product turn over this fast. It's a zero-sugar carbonated water with protein, basically a flavored sparkling water that also has protein in it. The fruit punch variety. And it's not selling. Reviews cite two problems. It's too sweet, and the protein has a slightly gritty finish. Classic product market fit failure. But here's the thing I keep thinking about every time I walk past this display. The placement is working against it too. These are cans, they look like soda cans. And Sam's Club has them shelved right next to Ensure and medical nutritional shakes. Someone looking for a refreshing sparkling drink is never going to find it here. Someone looking for Ensure is going to be confused. The product is being defeated by its shelf position as much as its taste profile. The price is $18.91. That 91 tells you this is the floor. If you want sparkling protein water, and apparently not many people do, this is the best price it'll ever be. Okay, I need to stop here. Because before I show you item 8, I have to give you something that is going to completely change the way you shop Sam's Club, not just today but for the rest of your life. The price code system. Every Sam's Club price tag ends with a specific number, and that number tells you exactly where you are in the discount cycle. Here are all 5 codes you need to know. First, 91. This is the floor price. The lowest Sam's Club will ever price an item before they either give it away or donate it. If you see .91, you do not wait. You buy it. Second, 98. This is regular everyday pricing, not a discount. If you see something in the clearance area ending in .98, Sam's hasn't actually started discounting it yet. They're still hoping someone pays full price. Be patient. Third, 48. This means the manufacturer, not Sam's Club, is subsidizing the price cut. The brand itself is paying to move inventory through Sam's Club's system. This is a genuine discount, but it doesn't tell you how deep Sam's themselves are willing to go. Fourth, .81. Clearance in progress. The price has started dropping, but it hasn't hit the floor yet. This is the watch it zone. Check back in a week or two. Fifth, .0 or 97. This is the rarest one. Regional manager override or liquidation pricing. If you see something ending in .0 at Sam's Club clearance, you pick it up. No questions. And one more thing. Bottom left corner of every price tag. A tiny letter. O means one-time test order. They bought one pallet to gauge interest. C means clearance, cancelled. It will never be reordered. You now know more about Sam's Club pricing than 90% of shoppers who walk through those doors every day. Item 8. Built Sour Puffs, Summer Flavors. The pre-discontinued deal. Item 8. And this one is a concept that blew my mind when I first understood it. These are the Built Sour Puffs, protein snacks in summer flavors, green apple crush and sweet peach punch. They are brand new. This pallet just arrived. And they are already discontinued. Sam's Club didn't wait to see if they'd sell. Sam's Club's market analytics system is sophisticated enough that they know, before a seasonal product even hits the shelf, approximately how many units they'll move during the season window. They ordered one pallet, roughly 48 to 72 units. They marked it as a one-time purchase, and they're already planning for it to be gone when summer ends. This isn't failure. This is precision inventory management. They'll sell what they sell, the season will end, and so will this product, until next summer if the data supports it. If you like sour protein snacks, get them now. Green apple crush and sweet peach punch. When this pallet is gone, it's gone until at minimum next year. And these are exactly the kind of thing that disappear from Sam's Club faster than you expect. Item 9. Alani Melatonin Gummies. The Lawsuit Clear-Out. $17.98. Item 9. And this is the one I mentioned in the hook. The Alani Melatonin Gummies. These are being cleared from Sam's Club shelves, and there are multiple reasons happening simultaneously. First, there's a class action lawsuit attached to this product. The accusation is that these gummies contain approximately 3 times more melatonin than the label advertises. The legal status of this class action is ongoing and not yet adjudicated at time of filming. This is based on publicly available reporting and should be confirmed independently. That's not a minor labeling error when you're talking about a sleep hormone that affects your body's circadian rhythm. Second, the packaging is being completely overhauled. The new version explicitly labels the exact milligram dosage in large visible print right on the front, a direct, transparent response to the dosage transparency concerns. Third, an extra-strength version is also being introduced alongside the repackaged standard version. So you have 3 forces pushing these off the shelf at the same time. The price is $17.98, and there were only 3 units left at my location. If you've been using these and you want to stock up before the transition, now's your moment. If you've never tried them, wait for the new packaging that tells you exactly what you're getting. Item 10. MetaQuest 3S 128GB with carrying case. $199. Item 10. And this one stopped me cold when I saw the price tag. The MetaQuest 3S 128GB includes the carrying case for $199 at Sam's Club. $199 versus $299, $350. Competitor pricing is based on market observations at time of filming. Pricing fluctuates and should be verified before purchase. Meta is pushing hard into higher storage models. 512GB is where they're focusing their marketing. So the 128GB version is being phased out across retail, not just at Sam's. But here's what I want you to understand about that storage number. The average VR game takes between 1 and 4 GB of storage. To fill a 128GB headset, you would need to have over 30 games installed simultaneously and still have room left over. For fitness apps, social VR, gaming, the 128GB version handles everything a casual to intermediate user will ever need. The people spending the extra $150 for the 512GB version are content creators, developers, or people who genuinely need local media storage. That's not most people. This won't get a deeper discount. The inventory is thinning. If you've been thinking about a VR headset, this is the moment. Item 11. Tom's Alpargata Sneakers. $14.81. Item 11. And let me tell you something about these shoes before I give you the price, because context matters here. Sam's Club doesn't manufacture Toms. They source them through third-party distributors who acquire real Toms inventory, the actual brand, same factory, same quality, and wholesale them to warehouse retailers. Which means when you find Toms at Sam's Club, you're getting the actual Toms product, not a warehouse knockoff. These are the Toms Alpargatas. Classic silhouette. Original $24.98 at Sam's. Clearance $14.81. On the Toms website right now, these retail at $60 to $75. You are looking at a 75+% discount on a real pair of Toms. Red, blue, brown, white, multiple colors in the mix. These are selling fast. People are rummaging through the display actively. When a Sam's Club clearance display is visibly disheveled, that's a good sign. It means people are grabbing things. Item 12. White Mountain Sneakers. $13.81. Item 12, right next to the Toms. White Mountain Sneakers, $13.81. Let me put that into context for you. DSW carries these for $56. QVC had them listed for $70. Sam's Club clearance, $13.81. White Mountain is a comfort footwear brand. It targets the 45-plus demographic looking for wearable everyday shoes with real arch support. Sam's Club tried them. The demographic overlap wasn't quite right. Inventory didn't move. Clearance started. Your gain entirely. Available in black and beige. Beige moves faster because it's more versatile. Grab black if you want the higher chance it's still there when you go. Either way, when the inventory's gone, it's gone. These are not being reordered. Item 13. Secret 100-hour deodorant. Old All Solid versus No Clear Gel. $15.96, $15.98. Item 13, and I want to make this one fast because the decision is genuinely easy. Secret 100-hour deodorant. Solid version, $15.96. New Clear Gel version, $15.98. 2 cents difference. The solid is being discontinued. The gel is the new formula. The active ingredients are identical, both deliver 100-hour protection. But here's something worth knowing. Clear gel deodorants have one consistent practical advantage over solid formulas. They leave significantly less white residue on dark clothing. If you've ever ruined a black shirt with deodorant streaks, you know exactly why this matters. Spend the extra 2 cents. Get the gel. Don't overthink this one. Item 14. Advil PM. $20.98. No discount. Item 14. And I have to be upfront with you about this one. Advil PM is being discontinued at Sam's Club. They have 2 units left. And they are not giving you a single cent off. Full price, $20.98. No clearance code. Just 2 bottles sitting on a shelf while Sam's Club waits you out. Here's why. The new version of Advil PM uses 20% less plastic in the bottle, part of a broader pharmaceutical packaging sustainability push that's been rolling out across major OTC brands since 2020. The formulation, the actual medicine, is completely unchanged. Sam's Club knows that people who need Advil PM are going to buy it regardless of the container it's in. There is no pricing pressure on them to discount it. If you need it, buy it. If you don't, the new bottles will be here within weeks. Just don't expect a bargain on this one. And I told you earlier there's a product I found being discontinued across 3 different retailers, not just Sam's. We're getting close. Keep watching. Item 15. Olay Hydrating Moisturizer. $39.98. Item 15. Olay Hydrating Moisturizer, and this one is almost laughably simple once you see it. Old version, silver cap, some red. New version, all red. Same niacinamide formula, same collagen peptide complex, same size, same price. $39.98 each. Olay wants you to feel like the all-red packaging is a new product. It's not. This is a brand refresh, a psychological reset on the shelf designed to trigger repurchase behavior in loyal customers. The old packaging subconsciously signals, "I've already seen this," even when the product is perfectly new. There's no financial incentive to buy the discontinued version here. 0. If you're buying Olay, buy the new packaging and move on. Before we go further, I need to show you something that'll change how you navigate the physical store, not just the price tags, but the floor itself. Here's something nobody talks about. The position of a product in a Sam's Club tells you almost as much as the price tag, and you can use it to spot deals before you even look at the price. Back wall permanent shelving, that's full price, fully committed inventory. Sam's is betting on that product. End caps, the displays at the end of every aisle. These go 2 ways. Either it's a new launch being pushed hard, or it's clearance inventory being moved aggressively. Check the price tag code to know which one you're looking at. Standalone rolling pallets, sitting out in the middle of the aisle, that is almost always final inventory. Sam's is using floor space they haven't replaced yet because this pallet needs to sell before the new product can arrive. And the most important one, mixed pallets, where you see an old product and a new product literally side by side on the same display. That's a brand transition happening in real time. Old formula next to new formula. Old packaging next to new packaging. Always grab the new one when the price is the same. When a Sam's Club item is in sell down, the final units before discontinuation, you'll usually see wide gaps on the shelf around it. Lots of empty space. The product is shrinking. That's your visual cue before you even check a tag. Item 16. Members Mark Breakfast Bars, Apple Cinnamon Strawberry. $6.91. Item 16. And this one I find genuinely fascinating. Members Mark, Sam's Club's own in-house brand, just discontinued one of its own new products. The Better Breakfast Bars in apple, cinnamon, and strawberry. Every Members Mark product launch has an internal velocity target, a minimum sell rate within the first 60 days. If it doesn't hit that number, Sam's Club pulls it. Even their own brand isn't immune. In fact, Members Mark failures are rarer than name brand failures, precisely because Sam's Club has more data going in. They know what their customers buy. But occasionally something misses, and when it does, Sam's cuts it fast. The price is $6.91. Floor price. These are apparently pretty good. I've tried one. The issue isn't quality. It's awareness. They didn't market them well enough and they didn't place them in a visible spot. But for $6.91 at floor price, if you eat breakfast bars, grab a box before they're gone permanently. Items 17 and 18. Gatorade and Liquid 4 Spring Flavors. The seasonal savings flip. Items 17 and 18 go together because they're happening simultaneously, and the lesson is the same for both. In the hydration section, Sam's Club just cleared the spring flavor lineup for both Gatorade electrolyte sticks and Liquid IV Energy, and brought in the summer versions on the same day. Now here's where it gets interesting. The outgoing Gatorade spring flavors, Glacier Freeze, Orange, Grape, Fruit Punch, are being sold at clearance pricing. The new summer flavors came in at a lower base price than the spring versions they replaced. Liquid IV is even clearer. Spring flavors were $1.12 per pack. New summer flavors, White Peach and Strawberry Watermelon, came in at 96.6 cents per pack. If you love Glacier Freeze or Orange Gatorade specifically, buy the spring clearance now. For everything else, electrolytes, vitamins, amino acids, natural caffeine, the summer lineup is both fresher and cheaper. Buy new. This is one of those rare moments where the incoming product is the better deal. And we're past the halfway point. Coming up, a box of wine that's 3 years old still sitting on the floor, a protein drink that couldn't survive its first quarter, and we're getting close to that item that's been discontinued 3 times by 3 different retailers. Stay with me. Item 19. Black Box Cabernet Sauvignon. The vintage clearance. Item 19. Boxed wine. And I know what you're thinking, but stay with me because there's actually something important here. This is Black Box Cabernet Sauvignon. Black Box is a legitimate award-winning brand. They claim over 70 gold medals at wine competitions. And they're being discontinued at Sam's Club due to a grape supply chain issue. They simply can't source enough of the specific grapes to maintain this SKU at this price point right now. They expect it to come back. But here's what stopped me in my tracks. It is May of 2026. I flipped over this box. Packed date, April 24, 2023. This wine has been sitting here for over 3 years. Now here's the thing most people don't know about boxed wine. The wine inside is stored in a vacuum-sealed Mylar bag. It never makes contact with oxygen until you pour the first glass. Bottled wine that's already been opened lasts days. Boxed wine in the bag? It has a standard shelf life of 18 to 24 months from packaging. At 36 months, this is at the outer edge of its quality window. My recommendation, if you're cooking with it, using wine in a braise, a sauce, a stew, this is perfectly fine and at whatever clearance price they've set. If you're serving guests at dinner, I'd pass and wait for a fresh box. Item 20. Monster Mean Bean and Loca Mocha. The corporate flop. Item 20. Monster Energy. One of the most dominant companies in the energy drink industry. And this is one of their significant product failures at Sam's Club. Mean Bean and Loca Mocha, coffee energy hybrid drinks that launched in 2024 to 2025 and bombed. Didn't sell. Sam's Club is clearing them now. Here's what makes this interesting beyond the failure itself. Monster's response tells you exactly what they learned. They are replacing these products with Monster Killer Brew, a new line featuring 300 milligrams of caffeine per can. That's nearly double the caffeine in a standard Monster. The lesson Monster took from this: Sam's Club customers don't want a hybrid coffee energy experience. They want maximum energy. Period. If you've never tried Mean Bean or Loca Mocha, and clearly most of you haven't, and you're curious about coffee-flavored energy drinks, now's the cheapest these will ever be. But if you want the product Monster actually thinks you want, wait for Killer Brew. Item 21. Members Mark Colombian Coffee Pods. The identical relaunch. Item 21. Members Mark Colombian Coffee Pods. Both the old and new versions are on the shelf simultaneously. 100-count boxes. Same price. Nearly identical packaging, except the label says Colombian Supremo on the new one and just Colombian on the old one. They appear to be the same coffee. Same roast profile, same sourcing region. The only confirmed difference we could find is that the new packaging is produced in Canada. The old version had different origin labeling. But here's something worth knowing. In Colombian coffee grading, Supremo is actually a real designation. It refers to beans that pass through a screen size 17 or larger, indicating a larger, more uniform bean. It's a mild premium positioning signal. Whether the actual beans inside changed is impossible to confirm from the packaging alone. Either version is fine coffee at a great price. If the old one is slightly discounted during sell down, get it. If they're the same price, try the Supremo. Item 22. Gain Plus Radiant Detergent. 1 pallet test. $13.98. Item 22. Gain Plus Radiant, a brand new line with double OxiClean, odor defense, and color guard in summer scents: pineapple, coconut, guava, and sugarcane. Sam's Club bought 1 pallet. Just one. They want to see if you like the new scent before committing to a full order. Here's what most people don't know about these 1 pallet test buys. When a brand like Gain brings a new scent line to Sam's Club for a test, they're often using Sam's Club as a real-world demand data point before deciding on a wider retail rollout. Your purchase, or non-purchase, helps Gain decide whether this line expands nationally. The price is $13.98 for a bulk detergent with a legitimately strong formula. This one is actually selling well. Unlike the Nature Valley bars that sat untouched for a month, this Gain pallet is moving. If it keeps moving, Sam's will reorder. If it stops, it joins the discontinued list. Want to know something that'll completely change when and how you shop Sam's Club? I've been doing these walkthrough videos for over a year, and I've noticed something that almost nobody talks about. Sam's Club runs on a predictable clearance calendar, and knowing the cycle puts you ahead of every other shopper in the building. There are 4 major clearance windows at Sam's Club every year. And I want you to write these down or save this frame. Window 1, January. Post-holiday clearance. This is the biggest single discontinuation event of the year. Holiday food, seasonal decor, gift items, year-end SKU rotation across every department. If you want the deepest deals at Sam's Club, January is your month. Window 2, April through May, which is exactly what we're in right now. Spring transition. Apparel, outdoor products, garden items, spring snacks and beverages, hydration products. This is the second biggest clearance window, and it's the reason this list today is so long and so varied. You are in the clearance sweet spot right now. Window 3, August. Back to school and summer closeout. Electronics, school supplies, summer snacks and drinks, lawn and outdoor equipment. This is when to watch the tech section especially. Window 4, October through November. Pre-holiday clearing. Health products, beauty, Members Mark reformulations. Sam's is clearing shelf space for the holiday inventory push. Here's the tactical insight. Come in during the first 2 weeks of each transition month. That is when the new C tags appear. That's when floor prices haven't been discovered yet. The deals are freshest at the start of each window, not at the end, when everyone already knows about them. You are watching this in May. You are at peak clearance season. Keep going. Items 23 and 24. Bissell Power Glide Pet Slim and Chefman Blender. 2 more appliances going fast. Item 23. The Bissell Power Glide Pet Slim Corded. A 3-in-1 stick vacuum priced at $99.98. Here's why this deal is genuinely compelling. The replacement model isn't on the shelf yet. Sam's Club can't put the new vacuum, priced between $259 and $299, in its spot until this one sells out. Which means Sam's Club has a strong motivation to keep moving this price down. It's currently at $99.98. watch for it to break toward to 91 as the pressure builds. If it hits floor price before the new model needs to go out, that's the moment to buy. Item 24, the Chefman blender at $49.98 with a $30 instant savings. And I have to be honest with you, this one worries me. Multiple reviews cite a rubber gasket inside the blender that can loosen and end up in your smoothie. That's a food safety concern, not just an inconvenience. On top of that, the blade cannot be removed for separate washing, a hygiene issue for regular use. This is currently priced at $98, meaning Sam's hasn't even started the real discount yet. I would wait for $91 if you want it. The quality issues mean you want maximum discount before you accept those trade-offs. Items 25 and 26. Seasonal snacks and the Members Mark comparison. Item 25 brings me back to something I want to say clearly, because it comes up again and again in these walkthroughs. Every time Sam's Club is clearancing a name brand product, your first move should be to find the Members Mark equivalent. Members Mark Heavy Duty Aluminum Foil, 5.2 cents per square foot. Discounted Reynolds, 8.5 cents per square foot. Members Mark wins. Members Mark Chicken Broth, reformulated and the same price as the old formula. Members Mark Coffee Pods, same quality, potentially lower price during the transition window. This is the Sam's Club playbook. The house brand is specifically designed to beat the per-unit math on national brands, not just compete with it. Members Mark items referenced here are based on in-store pricing at time of filming. Prices vary by location. Item 26. I want to flag something in the Gain section to watch for in the coming weeks. With the new Gain Plus Radiant line moving onto the shelf, there's a reasonable chance the original Gain Scent SKU starts to see shelf pressure. If you see a C appearing on the standard Gain in the next month, that will be your signal that the Radiant line is winning the shelf. Keep an eye on it. Items 27 and 28. Protein snack category and the membership math. Item 27. The protein snack category at Sam's Club is one of the most volatile sections in the store. Built bars, sour puffs, seasonal protein varieties, these cycle in and out faster than almost any other food category because Sam's Club tests a huge variety of flavors and formats and cuts anything that doesn't hit velocity targets. If you find a protein snack you love at Sam's Club, buy more than one box. Seriously. Because there's a reasonable chance it won't be there next month. Item 28, and this is the one I want every first-time Sam's Club shopper to hear. Let's do the membership math right now. Basic Sam's Club membership, $50 a year. If you bought just 5 items from today's list, the Tom's Shoes saved you $45, the MetaQuest saved you at minimum $100, the Bissell Pet saved you $40, the White Mountain Sneakers saved you $42, the Bobo's Bars saved you roughly $10. That's $200 and $37 in documented savings. From one trip. One Sam's Club membership pays for itself before you get back to your car on a clearance day like today. Items 29 and 30. Seasonal candy and the resolved open loop. Item 29. Spring seasonal candy and snack bars are getting cleared right now throughout the store. Easter packaging, spring-themed items, making room for summer varieties. When you see spring packaging on any candy, snack, or beverage item marked down with a C tag, that's a clearance buy situation. The product is the same. The packaging is just the wrong season for where Sam's Club wants their shelves to be. Stock up on your favorites now because the exact same item in summer packaging will be full price in a few weeks. And item 30, here it is. The one I promised you at the beginning. The item on this list that has a legal situation attached to it. The Alani Melatonin Gummies. Now technically, Sam's Club isn't legally required to pull these from shelves. The class action I mentioned earlier is ongoing and not yet resolved. Legal status of the Alani Melatonin class action is based on publicly available reporting at time of filming and should be independently confirmed. But here's what actually happens when a supplement brand faces a class action alleging 3 times the labeled melatonin dosage. The liability exposure is enormous. The reputational risk to the retailer, Sam's Club, if they keep selling a product under active lawsuit scrutiny, so Sam's Club accelerates the discontinuation. They clear the shelf. They bring in the new packaging with transparent large print dosage labeling. and they do it as fast as inventory allows. 3 units remaining at my location. $17.98. New packaging, with full dosage transparency, is already on shelf beside it. If you've been using these and you want one final box of the formula, that's your call. If you're new to them, get the new packaging. Know exactly what's in what you're taking. That's 30 items. Let's land this. Okay. Before I let you go, I want to give you 3 rules. The ones that came out of everything we just walked. These are the 3 things that will change every Sam's Club trip you take from this point forward. Rule 1, never buy a .98 in the clearance section. That's full price. Wait for .91, that's the floor. Anything between those numbers, .81, 48, is on the way down. Be patient. It pays. Rule 2, before you buy any discounted national brand, find the Member's Mark equivalent first. The Sam's Club house brand is specifically engineered to win the per unit math against national brands at regular price. On a clearance day like today, the Member's Mark equivalent will almost always be cheaper than the discounted name brand. Rule 3, come in during the first 2 weeks of April, the first 2 weeks of August, and the first 2 weeks of November. Those are the transition weeks when new C tags appear and the deals are freshest. Not the end of the clearance window, the beginning. Beat the crowd. Now, if you bought 5 items from what we looked at today, Tom's shoes, the Meta Quest, the Bissell Pet, White Mountain sneakers, and Bobo's bars, you saved approximately $237. Your Sam's Club membership costs $50 a year. You've covered the membership cost and added $187 in net savings. In one trip. On items that were going away anyway. That's the whole game at Sam's Club. Know the codes. Know the calendar. Know the store layout. And always check Member's Mark. Drop number 1 in the comments if you've ever walked out of Sam's Club with a clearance deal you couldn't believe was real. I read every single one of those. Every comment. And if you want the June 2026 discontinued list the moment it's ready, I'm back in these stores in a few weeks. Hit subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss it. And here's a preview of what's coming next. I'm putting together the definitive list of Member's Mark products that are secretly better than the name brands they replaced. Not just cheaper, actually better in head-to-head comparisons. One of them directly competes with a product that costs 3 times as much, and blind taste tests consistently favor the Member's Mark version. That video is going to be wild. Don't miss it. We'll see you next time.